inches over. Here you are. Alright, so we just put up this sub fascia here, and I installed some rake boards underneath. And I don't know if you guys can see, but that does not go straight. It goes like down and then back up again towards the middle. So what I figured out was that the top chord of this end truss does exactly that, and that's why it's doing that. It's just following this top chord of this end truss. So not too happy about that. It looks like total crap. So I need to correct that somehow, and I think the way I'm gonna do it is first loosen up all the boards around that area where it starts dipping down. These rake boards here, they're like fake outriggers, and I put screws in them, so that's no problem. And then I think what I need to do at that point is run a string line on the inside here on the top chord of this end truss, and I need to sister on a 2x4 that goes straight across that spot there, because it dips down and then back up. So I need to put a board there that kind of bridges that, sisters onto the side of that. That way the plywood sits up as well, and then we're gonna have to reset those outriggers to the dimension that I'm going with. Also, this end truss goes in and out like this too, which we set that exactly plumb in certain spots, but in between those spots it goes in and out. So I'm gonna try to correct that too. So I'm gonna spend a lot of time doing stuff that is really kind of tedious and totally not necessary, but I don't want the front of this to look like this, especially on the front here. The back, maybe it's not so important, but the front here I want it to look decent, and this does not look decent. So again, I don't know if you guys can see this, but here I got a string line going from bottom to top here, and see right here, it's almost touching the string line, and it's about 3/4 of an inch above over here, and on the top it is as well. So I didn't get much time to work on this today, but pretty much the only thing that I accomplished today was getting this straightened out and all buttoned up. So on the inside of the top cord of that end truss, I sistered on some 2x4s and I bumped up the plywood to where it should be, because the truss is sitting low right about there and it kind of like V's down into there. So I raised it up, I sistered on those 2x4s, and then I reset those outriggers so that they're up to the plywood where it's supposed to be. So now that fascia is perfectly straight and the outriggers are straight. The outriggers are actually above quite a bit because I used a 2x8 for the fascia. But since I beveled the 2x8 fascia over here, sub fascia anyways, we lost like 1.5 inches out of the 2x8. So that's a little bit more than a 2x6, but it's not a 2x8. But it still sticks below the outriggers, so I don't have to worry about them sticking down. But they are perfectly straight. So the other side I'm gonna work on tomorrow. That's straight enough where I'm not gonna worry about it. But one thing that I did just discover is over on the back side. The back side has the same issue as the front side on this side. So that side is fine, but this side has the same thing, where right there where there's a connection on the top cord, the 2x6, there's a joint in the 2x6 there, and right there it dips down like 3/4 of an inch. Same exact thing as the other side. I don't know, I'm gonna call the truss company and see what they can do about this, because this is like kind of ridiculous. Like, it's taken me a while to do this. Normally this is one of those things where if you can't see it from someplace that's like really visible, then you just leave it alone. But this is so noticeable. 3/4 of an inch on 20 something feet doesn't seem like it's that bad, but when you look down it, it looks really bad. So being that these 2x4s on this end truss are on the flat, I don't like how loose they are. They're very wobbly, and the middle one is almost 12 feet long. So that's just too far to span with a 2x4 on the flat. So what I'm gonna do is come up with some strong backs. So right there, I'm gonna put a 2x6 on edge like that. And the same thing on the other side, right there. And then I'm gonna also put one right in the middle. And then I'm gonna take a 2x6 and go between those two 2x6s so that everything there has so much more support. Why don't you just put one right here to start with? Twisted too.
Of course. I mean, right now.
Good. Now I need to take this other one off. So at this point, we're done with the gable ends, the overhangs, we're done with all the bracing here. So the next thing I want to do is frame up all this. So I'll explain kind of as I'm going, but let's just jump right into it. Everything that I need is right on my truck, so let's just get right into it. So I decided to put the door here to the utility room. That way the door can swing this way. There's going to be a wall right here, right where that relief joint is. The door opens up like this. That way I can have my manifold over here. I can have a tank right here for the radiant heat, the buffer tank. Geothermal system can sit over there. There'll be a wall here and then electrical panel here, which will be actually a sub panel because I'm also going to have another panel over there. I'm going to come in with 150 amps over there, break off, come over here with 100 amps, have another sub panel here, and then on the other side of this wall is this whole room here, which is going to be, I think it's going to be for a machine shop now. I'm going to metal lathe in here and a bandsaw, a couple other things like that. So we're just finishing up putting jacks and headers in and stuff, and then we're going to start plywooding up there. Is that good?
Yeah,
I halfway?
yeah.
do you see out there?
A bird? Right there?
Oh yeah. Look, there's a chipmunk.
Well, right there?
Yeah, right there.
I get it.
Well, you can't get the chipmunk. Look, there he goes. He's going down the tree.
Yeah.
This is a good window right here, huh? You can actually see out of it. It's low enough.
I want to catch it.
Oh, you can't catch that thing. It'll chew you up.
Yeah, I do.
No.
Yeah, made another fort for him, but has spiders in it.
You made a fort for him, but it has spiders in it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Guys, I don't know. I want to see something, guys. There's a black winged bird, but we are kind of selfish, but you guys.
Alright guys, so I figured I'd finish this video before I make too much more of a mess in here, because we did have this all cleaned up, and then I started with some projects, and now it's a disaster again. So before it gets worse, let's just kind of go through what I got here. So the ultimate goal is I'm gonna have a heavy duty bench. I think I'm gonna make it out of steel this time instead of concrete. And it's gonna start there and wrap around the corner until about there. So that whole thing is gonna be either concrete or a steel bench. And we'll have a lot of tools here. I already got a lot of my tools transferred over here. And I don't know exactly where everything's gonna go yet. That's one of the hardest parts of this whole build, is figuring out exactly where I wanna put things. Because when you have a giant open space, you don't wanna do something stupid and kind of handicap yourself in the future. So I'm trying to think as much as I can in the future and see what I wanna do. So that's the utility room right there. Like I said, radiant heat, geothermal system, gonna have plumbing going outside, and the bathroom is directly overhead of there. So just little tiny, what is this, 9 by 6 utility room. So then this room over here, I've officially decided that I do want to make like a machine shop out of this little room. I know anybody that owns a machine shop is probably laughing right now because this whole building isn't big enough for a machine shop. But for what I need in here, a metal lathe, drill press, bandsaw, maybe a small CNC table, probably won't fit in here, but things like that I want to have in here and just sort of keep this as a machine shop room, mini machine shop room. So then over here, I was thinking this can be nuts and bolts and fasteners in this whole area here, right up to the ceiling, like 100 drawers here for everything that I need. I think this is big enough. Not totally sure on that. So then I was thinking in this corner, I could build like a small little section, maybe 4x4, and put a big giant compressor in there, insulate it right to the brim so that it's not noisy at all. And then that way we don't have to listen to the compressor running. I'm not totally sure on that. I might put that outside and build like a little housing for it. Not totally sure yet. But I just have that temporary bench right there just in case I need to use it for something that I'm doing like right now before I get going on the heavy duty bench, because that will probably be a little while. So then we have the stairs, which this doesn't look the greatest, but it's up to code. I don't even know if they really make you do anything to code in a garage like this, but I figured I'll just do it to code anyways. So on the bottom here, as long as you can't fit a 6-inch ball here through there, then you're up to code. And as long as this is no less than 34 inches going up, then you're tall enough on this. I just need a handrail. So come up here, and this will be a room for just storage. So doorway here, this is all storage. I was thinking a 3-foot shelf around the whole room, and that leaves 3 feet to walk in the middle. So that's a lot of storage. So some of this storage is going to come from my other garage for garage type things, and then some of the storage is going to be from my 53-foot trailer, because I do want to work on getting that out of here. So I want to take as much stuff as I can out and put some in here, some in my old garage, some above my old garage, and then we can get that out of here because that thing is majorly in the way. So I like this little area right here. This is what I've always planned on doing. It was like a little balcony. This is called a mezzanine. And so now you can kind of come up here and look over everything that's going on. The kids can come up here, kind of watch what's going on. And then in here, this is a break room. I'll have a little computer desk over there. Little table here. Little tiny bathroom with just a toilet and a sink. So nothing real fancy. And I decided to put plywood on everything up here. All these walls are going to have plywood on them, or OSB anyways. It's cheaper than the metal siding, which is what I'm going to use for the exterior walls. So all the exterior walls are going to get a white metal siding. It's the raised rib metal siding. So I want it white so it stays as bright as possible in here. And with this OSB, I was thinking I'll just paint it white, just so that that can also reflect a lot of light. So for right now, all I did with the plywood was just put it up so that the kids can't fall down from here if they're messing around up here. they're pretty good about being safe, but just in case, we just have 4 feet going all the way around, except for there, which is like 40 inches or something. So it's all kid-proof now, and eventually we'll plywood in the top 4 feet in this bathroom and this room, and everything here will get plywood. And then the ceiling, I'm not sure, I might do drywall. I'm not totally sure on that, but I don't really want to do metal siding in here because it's just a lot of like cuts and stuff. So I figured the metal siding will kind of start over here and run down that way, and then the rest of this will have a metal siding ceiling, white as well, so to keep the light in here. So that's sort of the rundown, and I did already put one of these lights in here, and I actually had a company called Hyperlight. They sent me that, and they sent me 8 other ones, so I got 9 altogether, so that should do the whole thing. And if you guys are in the market for some lights, LED lights, these are really nice. That's 150 watts, and it really lights up the area in here. And that's only one, and I'm gonna have 9. And they're 150 watts a piece, so I was figuring I'll probably put each one of them on a different switch, but they'll all be on the same circuit. So a 15 amp circuit will handle exactly 9 of them at a continuous rate. So let me show you what it looks like without the light. So you can see that that light does a lot. So yeah, if you're in the market for some lights like this, check out Hyperlight, and I will leave a link in the description as well as a discount code for you guys. And we're gonna do a different video about installing electric, and that's gonna be a whole video in itself because there's a lot of work to do, and I'll also include a link in that video, and we'll talk more about these lights, and we'll put them all up too. Right now I just wanted one over top of that track loader to work on it. So obviously you guys can see I got a lot of projects going on already. I don't want to give too much away about them, but they are definitely coming up, and I have more videos in the queue than I've ever had before. I just need time to edit them. So let me get back to doing what I'm doing here, and that way we can get some videos pumped out pretty soon. So that's it for this video, guys, and I will catch you on the next one.